God, those little things are loud.
They never really shut up, but I do love them.
Oh, everybody loves them. That's why I made them the mascot of the update.
Everyone follow me. Follow me over here.
Do you have any free candy?
No.
Why do you have a white van parked over there that says free ice cream?
Yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
This is gonna be the intro, by the way.
Here, we're gonna fix the desert. Everyone put down the harvest staffs. There we go. Get some plants, and they're all going to die. That's why they're explosive.
Welcome back to Calcast. I'm GP, and Bronze is not with us. Today I'm joined by JFL, Shay, and Obsoleek. Say hello, Obsoleek, since you're the guest here.
Yep, hello guys. Thanks for having me on. I do appreciate it.
Shay, just quick question. About the harvest staff, like, what do they say?
I have no idea.
Because I know they speak at some point. They have an actual, like, voice line.
I have no idea.
To them, and I don't know what it is.
I feel like all they do is just scream. I haven't heard a voice line. I don't know.
They say something. Just trust me, it's not the voices. It's not the voices.
It's not the voices.
Screams of agony.
Know. Yeah, I mean, all I hear is just them screaming.
So, what has happened in the new update that is the Bountiful Harvest, besides this adorable little creature, this gremlin?
Yeah, what hasn't happened? The changelogs are insane.
Okay, well, I guess one thing we could do to get us started off with is talking about the Master Mode changes, because those genuinely shocked me. I was not expecting those at all, ever. Like, I thought Fab was, like, his official stance was Master Mode sucks, the end. But apparently he's gone back on that, which is...
That's actually only part one of his stance on Master Mode. His stance was, Master Mode sucks, let's make it better, was his actual stance.
Well, the public never heard that part.
Was there any thought behind it to, like, try to avenge, like, Malice for what it was, like, for being, like, the ultra-hard difficulty?
Well, it was more so that, you know, we were given Master Mode as, like, we have to do something with it, right? Because it just stinks. It's ass. And at least this is, like, something unique, as opposed to just, you know, it just makes enemies have more HP.
I will say that I went and scouted a few of the Master Mode changes myself. A lot of the changes kind of seem to be in line with what Malice could have been, if you know what I mean. It kind of gives the idea of, like, there are a few mechanics that are included in here that are a little bit over the edge on what could be considered, like, fun and fair, but at the same time, like, it's there to provide that greater challenge and that higher difficulty, so, like, there's a means to justify it.
I wish I could make more comments on Master Mode itself, because, like, I haven't actually tried any of the bosses, but I feel like we probably will today, but, like...
Yeah, let's summon Skeletron Prime and see how that goes.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, is that, like, multiplayer kind of completely ruins Skeletron Prime at the moment.
Yeah, it's been fixed internally now. We found out what was causing the issue, but yeah, at the current live patch in multiplayer, Skeletron Prime currently causes players to merge together.
Yeah, that's a crazy, like, I don't even know. That's just wild, but...
So there was a little bit of reused Exomex code, and it seemed fine until we looked into it and found out that, you know why the Exomex have always been pretty jittery in multiplayer too? It's because they were setting a player variable to a player variable, which, yeah, and then Skeletron Prime did that a little bit more, so it was causing players to turn into other players, which is...
We definitely have to show that, like, at some point.
It's a little silly, as you can
imagine. Yeah, I really need to see this. I need to know.
It's very funny.
Do we want to do it right now?
Do we want to?
We could do it right now, but I think you'll have to leave the game to fix it, I think.
Well, there's only one way to find out, then. Alright. We're all here, are we?
Nope. Yeah, Obsolete is like millions of miles away, but it's
my
fine.
bad.
Oh wait, this world isn't even in Master Mode.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
That is a problem.
Maybe I should have enabled Fargo's mutant so we could get the world token.
That's okay.
We could actually just have GP make a Master Mode world later on. We could just join that world with these characters and then just see it happen.
Yeah, we will do that later. Okay, but yeah, anyway, like, it genuinely, like, dumbfounded me that they actually, like, decided to go through Master Mode changes. Not in, like, a bad way, but, like, I just genuinely was not expecting them, because, like, you know, Master Mode had been so denounced for so long, and, like, everyone kind of just agreed to just let it be, but, yeah. Like, was there a specific time when Fab, like, changed his mind on that?
I'd say about 3 months ago is when he started doing, prior to the update or date of this recording, which is May the 14th. Yeah, so about, like, early February, I think, is when he started doing it.
It's honestly a lot of progress in such a short time.
No, he churns out the boss stuff, really. He's the kind of guy that when he starts, he'll do it for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of like that kind of workflow. You know, they make the difficulties more like, and I actually wanted them to be named this internally, but we decided not to go with it. The name I suggested was Revengeance Plus and Death Plus when you have Master enabled, because they're kind of just like souped up versions of Rev and Death. Like Master Rev, Master Death are like slightly, like they're just enhanced versions in my opinion.
And it goes way better on a thumbnail.
It's cool. I like it. I like the changes. A lot of them are creative. Stuff like Skeletron Prime having extra heads.
Wasn't that a reference to like one of like a really old mod that was an inspiration for Calamity?
I wouldn't know
Avalon?
that, but maybe it could be.
I'm not entirely sure, but I just remember it like being relevant to like some really old mod.
Might be a
Avalon
reference.
comes to
I
mind, too.
think it might be a reference to Avalon's super hard mode. I know one of the old mods had a super hard mode, and there's a couple of references to that. I haven't really done too much with the bosses. My boss conceptual stuff later.
Every vanilla boss currently has a Master Mode AI except for Moonlord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nobody likes
And-
Moonlord.
And maybe Empress. I tried Empress and I couldn't really see any differences besides maybe the fact that she spawns like more homing bolts whenever she does a dash.
It's not super different, I don't think, because the fight is already like really good. So.
Yep. Yeah, I just think there are more bolts, and she spawns them whenever she dashes, so it's like just a ton of the homing bolts, which is not fun, let me tell you.
Skill issue.
Literally, no, I have not played the game in a hot minute. Getting back into it though, so I'll be able to get it one day.
Just like Obsolete.
Yeah, man, I haven't been playing this, and then all of a sudden, like, there's updates dropping and a whole new difficulty. It's crazy.
I just realized that we don't have a Dryad for platforms to make for a wall arena.
Ha.
Ooh.
Thank God they're finally gonna fix vanilla. Looks like they're fixing that. The weird like smart cursor being absolutely horrible.
Well,
Yeah.
even then, you still need the actual wood.
Yeah, a lot of change logs in the update. A lot of.
What's planned next for Master? Like, what bosses are next? Is it gonna be Calamity bosses, or is Fab gonna finish Moonlord, or something else?
Calamity bosses mostly, and a couple of like smaller tweaks to vanilla stuff. There was one thing I think for twins that wasn't implemented in this update because it was waiting on something.
Right. And like, I know a lot of people have been not liking Prime very much as well.
Well, to be fair, he's bugged as hell, so I mean that's possible.
I mean, like outside of multiplayer, like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like Prime is like really awful at the moment. But again, I can't really say too much because I haven't actually fought him.
Yeah, I can probably explain why. The Skeletron Prime change for Master Mode is the fact that he basically just acts like the Exomex. Whenever you get him down to 70%, then Destroyer or Twin spawn, or both of them, and then once those two get down to 70%, they despawn, then you can fight Prime again. But they also have their Master Mode AI, and they're like jacked up to 11, so they... they're hard.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to actually sit through and do it myself. I haven't done too much testing for this update. I did mostly just media stuff.
I mean, that's kind of just like your prominent role in the team for the most part.
Yeah, but for the most part, I do like that Master Mode's a little bit more unique now.
It's always a good thing to have more options, I think.
Yeah, like that's kind of the way I thought about Malice, at least, is that something is better than nothing. Even if a lot of people don't like it, it's still there for those who do.
I feel like this feels more organic than Master Mode, though, because this is a thing in vanilla. Like, Master exists already, right? I feel like Master Mode support is more organic than Malice Mode. Especially because Malice Mode was never supposed to be like a third difficulty, it was just for the legendary item.
But then people started treating it differently, and it was just like... It kind of spiraled out into this idea that wasn't really its original vision, I'm assuming, and then it just kind of got scrapped as a result because it was like, we don't care about this anymore.
Unmaintainable and also RDR, oh my god.
I mean, I'll stand by RDR was pretty terrible, but honestly, I don't feel like going down this road again. We've talked about this so much.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next thing then. You mentioned the weapon reworks.
There's so many of them, and they're really cool.
Well, let's go down the list. Hang on.
Harvest stuff.
Oh, this isn't an axe? You can't use the enchanted axe as an axe?
I'll plop down this chest. Just start loading it with weapons as I talk about them. But yeah, we got Dark Master. Got this one.
Wait, can you throw that again?
There's no stealth, by the way, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's no explosion sound effect for the multiplayer. That's funny.
I mean, there are a lot of new and crazy.
Oh, I killed it.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I forgot Alicorn on a stick can kill super dummies because it deals faster damage than they can regenerate.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That used to be the case with a few weapons.
Jeez.
Yeah, flashing lights warning, by the way.
Oh, yes. A funny fact that the ring is actually a super late addition, like the big explosion ring. Originally, it was just the light cross, which you see in the trailer. The next part of it was added afterwards. And honestly, I mean, I appreciated the flashing light warning in your Calamitous video, but in game, I really don't. I don't feel like it isn't that annoying.
I feel like it could be, though. Yeah, but I think that there maybe should be like a tooltip saying like flashing lights warning in the tooltip, because like it is very flashy out of nowhere.
I feel like the sound design has been leveled up like by a lot though. Like everything has so much impact. Like the explosion just sounds insane.
That's true. Over time, Calamity has been focusing a lot more on just like its aesthetics as well as the actual gameplay behind it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's been emphasized well over the years.
Yes, the sound design for a lot of these weapons, they all have unique sounds that were either made for or were taken from other sources. Like, you know, the weapons you were using earlier, the beam weapons. I know those weren't in this update, but those got their sounds from Metroid Prime, for instance.
I will say one exception, though. This enemy.
What? What about it?
That hit sound. It doesn't work. It doesn't
It
work.
doesn't work?
It doesn't work for me. This guy. Right here.
Whenever they get hit, is that right?
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, well, that's because we haven't made, like, a custom sound yet, yeah.
Who is behind most of the sound effects? Is it Moonburn or is it a mix of
Moonburn
people?
does a lot of them, yeah. We're like, whenever we're done with a weapon and it needs a sound, we're like, hey, Moonburn, make something. And he'll be like, okay.
Whatever you say, boss.
And then 10 minutes later, like, literally, he made the supernova sound in, like, 10 minutes. There will be plenty of weapons that will be very fun with time.
There's also one thing I wanted to quickly... Hang on. Just so it can be... Hang on.
Yeah, like if there's any other weapons that you want to show. Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. I should... Okay, you do it. I'll put in your perspective.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, Frame Destroyer. Goodbye,
yeah.
Frames. Adios, Frames.
How did you spawn Queen Bee?
Probably just went through the, it went through the ground and hit a Glorva.
One of the projectiles smashed it and defeated it.
Okay.
Man,
I don't know how to stop this.
I think it might actually just be like a save quit type of thing.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Hang on. It's cheat sheet. Cheat sheet has something to remove stuff. Where is it? Am I stupid? Am I dumb or just stupid? Okay, there it is.
I think
It's been like 20 minutes and we've already broken the game. Oh, there you go.
it keeps spawning.
Uh-oh.
I think you can re-interact with the station to fix it.
Okay, yeah, I can.
Oh, nice.
No, don't do it again!
Great.
Stop it! Stop it! Bad! Stop it! The actual funny thing you can do with Norfleet right now too is that you can change to a different copy of Norfleet during the cooldown to bypass.
Oh, you could just stack them basically? Let me see.
Yeah, we're aware of that, and there was an internal change made to address that, so don't worry about it. Yes, the per item is tracked on the actual item itself. So like you can shoot 2 with one Norfleet, and then switch to the next Norfleet, shoot 2, switch to the next Norfleet, etc., etc. To just like pump out a ton of damage real quick. I like Scorpio a lot. This one is cool.
It still does have the massive explosion, but it's kind of restricted on the right click, and it has to be after every 3
Like bursts?
bursts, yeah. But believe me, it still has kill potential, especially if you use mini nukes. Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, if you
Where are you? Hang on. I actually want to see it.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm grabbing Scorpio. It is.
Yeah, it fires, and then the little thing on the back becomes
Okay.
bigger, and then once you can fire the mini nuke then.
Okay, get ready. I'm gonna fire in the jungle. Right about here.
Alright.
And
we lost
go.
connection. Fantastic.
Oh, never mind.
Wait.
Sorry, I messed it up.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh.
Excellent.
Uh-oh.
Did you crash the world? Oh my god.
I think so.
Yep, he did. Good job. Well done, JFL.
Thank you.
Why did you do that?
You told me to show it up.
No, I was just showing it up on the dummies, not blow up tiles.
But hey, as long as there's like some big excavation option, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like
no.
it's so nice doing massive excavation in Calamity.
And you can use my footage because it did show the actual explosion before the game crashed.
You can fire the mini nuke.
Okay, get ready. I'm gonna fire in the jungle. Right about here.
Alright.
And
with lock
go.
connection.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I messed it up.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Uh-oh.
Did you crash the world?
I
Oh my
think
god.
so.
Yep, he did. Good job. Well done, JFL.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of weapon reworks. I had to be. There were so many of them. I couldn't fit all of them into the trailer.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I mean, I feel like there's at least like, I don't know, good 30. Yeah, it was like 30 to 50 almost, yeah.
There are probably like 30 reworks, and there are like 50 if you include like all of the weapon improvements. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of reworks and then there's a lot of improvements as well.
I just know that this is from Signalis, I think.
Oh, the
Yeah, the summon.
Yeah, I know what it's from. I know Fab likes this game, and I know apparently a lot of other people like this game
yes,
because
this is from
people are like raving about it.
Yep, we put the lesbians in Calamity mod. We're based.
You can tell that the devs are going to add something to Calamity Mod whenever all of them are playing a certain game.
That's true. I mean, Ultra Kill, I think, was one of the ones I remember.
Balatro weapon coming soon.
Yes, please.
I was about to say that, like, yeah, we all know the Balatro is coming. Like,
Please, man.
The Balatro is coming. Yeah. Oh, and also the fact that like every single shrine accessory was turned into a Risk of Rain 2 item.
Wait, really? Hold on. Is like, can you give an example of that?
Yeah, okay, let me run it down. Gladiator's Locket is a combination of Monster Tooth and just being a good item, actually. Let's see, we also have, during that time, I think some of the pre-hard mode armors were also reworked, and Silver Armor is just medkit. We also have Head Stompers through Astrum Aureus. We also have Unstable Tesla Coil through Unstable Granite Core. Trinket of Chi is just Opal. I think there was one more, but I forget.
That weapon you're using
okay.
right now, the pulse rifle.
Yeah, this one's cool too. This one's my favorite of the reworked weapons.
I think it's my favorite, but you have to do it on a large crowd of enemies, not just a training dummy. And you'll see why it's so cool if you use it on like a big crowd of enemies. Because the bullets do the Yondu arrow thing, where they travel. When they pierce an enemy, they go to pierce another enemy.
Yes.
And it creates this incredible chain reaction that just absolutely demolishes like the moons. Yeah, see how it spreads out? It doesn't work quite right on dummies. But those will just keep going on enemies.
Wait, hang on. Do this.
Are we in death mode? Yeah, summon a
Nope.
blood moon or something.
Oh, I thought the Chronomancer Scythe was pretty neat with the haste mechanic that you get.
That's another patron weapon. We got a bunch of those done.
Yeah.
what's it
Yeah.
called?
Chronomancer Scythe.
Yeah.
It just spawns little clocks that you can collect to improve haste and movement speed, I believe.
Yep, they only apply for the player using it though, so.
And then the right click is also super fun. I like how it's basically
yeah.
just the it's essentially just a weaker version of the rogue version of the whatever it's called, the Providence Crystal.
I liked what is that, Time Bolt staff is it that you were using before?
Let me see.
The like electric Tesla something.
Tesla staff.
Oh,
it's
Tesla
literally
staff,
just called
yes.
Tesla staff, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I like how like the longer you charge it on like one target, the more damage it does. I think that's kind of neat. Because it goes all the way from like 10% damage to 500%. So for like just bosses and stuff, this thing should shred.
Yeah,
Which I think
we're
is pretty neat.
trying to close out the patron backlog with the quickness. We got a bunch of them nailed down on this update, and we got a bunch more working on them. I think it's like 39 now.
Wow.
It started at like 60 something, didn't it?
Yeah, because Dark Master is also in this update. And that's another patron weapon.
Yep.
The,
That one is very neat.
the Dark Master Sword, but we couldn't call it that. It
Yeah.
is the Zelda Master Sword, but it's a little slightly altered.
The right click is where it's at, though.
Yeah, the right click, which is also I think has a similar exploit you can do to.
Is there a way to break this one too?
Yeah, I saw someone like stack up a ton of clones. It was very funny.
Yeah, I
Wait.
saw that too.
Somebody found it. It was already. Yep, there it is.
Oh, I just spammed right click while swapping, and here
Yep,
we are.
that's it. That's the bug. Yeah, we've already fixed this, I think.
Speaking of spamming bugs, the Wolfram glitch is back.
Oh wait, really?
Isn't that right, JFO?
That is correct, yeah.
Would you like to demonstrate?
No, because I don't actually remember how it's done.
Awesome.
Oh, is it back? Did we put it back in?
It's not with Wolfram. It's effectively the same thing with the Norfleet, only it works with like everything, except you use Kingsbane this time.
I forgot I wrote the tooltip of Dark Master, and I snuck Delta Formation in there. Nobody noticed.
Oh yeah. No, I like noticed it because I did like a weapon video and I didn't really understand what it meant, and then I like used it and I was like, oh okay, that makes sense. But I did think it was like a interesting term.
Well, it's actually not Delta Rune, surprisingly for me. It's Chrono Trigger has Delta Force, where they line up in the triangle formation.
Oh, I see. So you're just trying to sneak in as many little tidbits of games that you can. I see.
Yes, you know it. Listen, I'm gonna make these tooltips fun to read.
I didn't know that the Kingsbane like reload actually homed in on enemies.
Yes, the Auric. God, this thing shut up.
Wait, what? The harvest knives?
The boy.
They've been whining this whole time.
They're the best though.
They're
Like
so
I can't. It's just I don't know.
He's such a happy little boy. You can't blame him for that.
All of the exo weapon resprites made it in, except for
One of them, I think.
poor Magnomaly Cannon. Don't worry, one day you will be great. Your time will be soon. Well, Exoblade actually did get slightly tweaked, yeah.
Yeah, it got 4 pixels thinner.
I love the
basically.
way the Exo Blade just like stretches and like squashes
Yeah, it's
during the
really
swing
cool.
animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It's cool because like the swing animation, it was made for the old sprite, and surprisingly, it just looks like flawless with the new
Like
sprite.
it just works.
In fact, I
Yeah.
think the dash actually looks substantial. Well, the design of it was designed with it in mind. When Hart did this resprite, she designed it to be a pointed weapon for the charge as well as a blade weapon for the swing, which is fun.
Well, it looks great. She did a good job.
Yeah, it was slightly altered in this update. A couple of the others were resprited, obviously. Supernova got totally reworked. The ones that were already reworked, they are the same. It's just we've caught up all of them except for Magnomaly Cannon now, I think, is the only one that's still left. The mage one, what is it? Vivid Clarity.
Oh yeah, Defiled Greatsword. Who could forget that?
Has a new sprite. Rework is the same.
Yeah, this one's pretty nice.
But cool new sprite. Cosmic Immaterializer.
That one looks really good, by the way.
I do not believe it has its rework yet, but the staff item has been changed. There's also an unnamed spear sprite, but that isn't being used yet. The wingman line has been turned into God. What did you just do?
What did I just do?
What is that weapon you're
Oh,
using?
this is
What?
Toxic Cannon. Oh,
Yeah, don't
okay,
fire that.
so-
Fun fact,
Yeah.
bug on multiplayer. Don't fire Black Toxic Cannon.
Is Kraken okay? Is Kraken okay or no?
I do not know about Kraken. Don't
Okay,
use
you know what?
Toxic
We won't
Cannon.
test it. We won't test
Yeah,
it.
don't use don't. Yeah, we are aware of this. Another bug, but Flax Toxic Cannon. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm running at like 2 frames a second.
Clear
Oh,
projectiles.
Next.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not working.
Wait, hold on.
Why is
Where's
Chi-Chi
it?
so useless?
Hold on. Where is clear projectiles? Maybe I can do it. Oh, did it work? Oh, it's not letting me do it. It won't do anything.
Ah, there we go.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Oh, there we go.
It buffered
Okay.
all of them. Yeah.
More
Okay.
lag. But this is an
Uh-oh.
improvement.
Oh no.
What is going on?
I'm still moving in slow motion. This is crazy.
Obstacle,
Oh,
why did we
no.
invite you here?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What is it?
Wait, what? You have 3 R3? Oh no. Wait, they combined.
I guess we should segue into just talking about how janky multiplayer is.
Yeah.
Is holy hell.
Well, okay. Well, I can make it worse. Don't worry. Hang on. Just give me a few
Oh,
minutes.
no.
Just give me a second here. Hang on, because we were talking about the Wolfram glitch earlier. I might as well crash the game again, as if we're really gonna get into this. You know, we could use another reset.
I think
This is the most unhinged version of the show by far.
I think it's just the flak thing got it so far behind that it's like
Oh, see. Oh, oh my
No,
god.
the gun's just not working. The nozzle's pointed towards me.
Wait, but the thing is are these all real bullets in terms of like, are they actually doing things or? Oh, they are real, I think. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was just like phantom projectiles or if they were actually had interaction.
I'm not
That's
seeing any
insane.
projectiles shooting out of this. I think.
Wait, is it?
I think the cannon just absolutely fucked the game. We need to reset again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might
Yeah,
be
I
reset.
Wait, okay,
think we
okay, hang
kind of
on.
have to.
Oh, we have a jungle pylon. We're fine. Yeah, just do it.
Actually,
yeah,
wait.
that's a good call.
Let me try teleporting away. Nope, that doesn't fix anything. Okay, I'm resetting.
Yeah. Yeah, multiplayer is very, very jank at the moment. As
guys
it
have-
usually is, because this game, Terraria, is just...
Coding lines, like
the multiplayer code, the net code of Terraria is a fucking disaster. It is... It needs help. It really, really needs help.
you guys figured out the solution or like the problem with some of the things that are going on with the bugs, right? But what about the flat cannon thing? Have you guys figured out the culprit of what's really doing that?
I'm unsure about flat cannon specifically. I know we figured out the
okay.
Skeletron Prime thing. It was turning a player into another player. That got fixed. The Norfleet thing got fixed already. It was just,
Yep.
there was a variable that was hijacking it was all. It was a really funny edit where Zyke added a sound effect to it if you did the exploit that said, nuh-uh, and killed you.
That's so funny.
That's amazing.
That honestly, just keep it in the game.
Okay, I'm back in finally.
All right. We are, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's running in full speed again. Yeah, so
Yay.
big no-no. Don't fire flag toxic granite.
It's just a multiplayer thing though, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it worked flawlessly in single player.
Just remember that multiplayer was, is, and always will be a buggy mess.
I mean, if the vanilla devs want to sit down and like iron out the netcode, then good for them. But at the moment, there's so many things in multiplayer that like in single player it works flawlessly, but then like certain variables aren't translated over, and ooh. Anyway, I absolutely love the new wingman line.
Oh.
More lag.
Oh my god, that was insane.
What happened?
What have you done?
Just chaos.
What did you? Is
Point of calamity.
something supposed to be happening? Or?
Or no,
Hang on.
he just did like the Wolfram thing, I think, and there was just a huge explosion.
Just hang on. Just hang on.
Good.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, just get ready. Watch me. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
You having fun over there?
Okay.
Oh.
Relax
Oh,
there,
shit.
champion. You and your bugs.
Just breaking the game, man.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh my god.
Hello. How you doing? let me do it with one other weapon real quick. Hang on. Okay, that didn't work. Hang on.
HD failure.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is such a fun little weapon, the Dark Master.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's kind of neat to have like an on HP type of thing where it's like, you know, full HP does projectiles. I like conditions that are a little bit different,
Yes,
I suppose.
very blatantly a reference to Zelda's Master Sword firing beams at full HP. But yeah, a lot of cool weapon reworks. A lot of few of them in the trailer. Oops. The trailer was fun to edit. I had to record a lot of footage. It's fun recording like a minute of footage only to use a second of it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
not
imagine
getting the
so.
effect that I'm looking for here, but I am enjoying launching myself across the map. That is very entertaining.
Kingsbane.
Yeah, I can hear GP's computer fucking dying.
One of the things I'd really like to talk about is the adrenaline changes, which although it's like a small little rework, I kind of feel like it's a big deal. I feel like it actually like changes the way, like it allows newer players to actually take advantage of adrenaline, even though, like where in the past they might not be able to actually experience adrenaline because they're getting hit.
I just want one of you to check the map real quick. Sorry.
Bro is on the other
my
side of the world.
God. Jesus.
You having fun down there?
I fell through the map. Sorry.
God.
You fell into a chunk error or something?
Yeah, I did.
It seems like, I don't know, I got down there. I could be very much making this a bigger deal than it is, but I feel like it's a really good change because I think the best way in terms of like designing something is to, I guess, like give everybody a chance to experience it, and then, you know, you can like take that away. And what I mean by that is the change is basically that if a hit does less than 5% damage of your HP, you don't lose adrenaline. I think you lose partial adrenaline based on the damage received. And so because of that, mainly like melee builds, I'd imagine, because most people are pretty squishy. But and in early game, I think that new players might actually be able to get access to using adrenaline a few times, which I think is like a good like teaching moment in game design almost. Letting the player find out for themselves, be like, oh shoot, like not getting hit is actually really good. And in terms of like allowing me to do this big damage buff. So I don't know, I really like that change.
I like it too, but like personally, I'm like wondering if it really will make that big of a difference, because keep in mind, it's only if an attack does 5% or less of your health, and like even in pretty hard mode, and like bosses do at least like 30-ish damage, don't they? Like at the very, very least, which is like still more than 5%. Like to me, the change feels more like something to prevent you from losing adrenaline from very stupid sources, like thorns, for example.
That was actually,
Yeah.
thorns was actually the reason why it was implemented. Fun fact.
Interesting.
I kind of
Yeah.
figured, but yeah, like I don't see it being too practical in terms of like trying to maintain adrenaline, unless you have like a super tanky build, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that like every build or like many players will see, but I do think that it's just like a nice little quality of life thing that might allow people to experience it a little bit more. Because I know when I was like a new player, I would get hit like constantly, so it's nice to have a bit of forgiveness if you are a tanky build.
One thing I will say is that you could probably now create a small Hoik loop to constantly give yourself 1 fall damage, and then you could farm adrenaline. Because fall damage gives you iframes.
The thing is, if you're already doing that, I mean, you're already trivializing the boss pretty hard, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just adding to it.
I'm just saying you're not like really trivializing the boss any harder than they would have already been trivialized.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's a thing you can do.
And this is something I've kind of pushed for a little bit internally, is that I think Calamity went way too hard on anti-cheese in its past. And, I mean, if you are making a gigantic, huge-ass, elaborate setup to cheese the boss, then just let him cheese it. Like,
Yeah, you deserve the win.
you deserve, like, if you're gonna make a big, like, oh, well, I cheesed Yaron with a giant teleporter setup. It's a sandbox game. You chose to do that. Like,
Yeah.
we should stop accounting for, like, edge cases like that.
For stuff like the one-shot prevention, I feel like that stuff was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Like,
And now, you know, Mappy Gaming get to make their videos about their one-tick Yaron kill using some obscure setup that nobody has ever thought of before.
I mean, still can't be my 7-second Yaron kill from a while ago. We talked about the weapons. Do we want to talk about some of the accessory changes? I'd say probably the biggest one that stands out this update is Rampart. Rampart no longer gives you the Charm of Myths upgrade, so it no longer decreases your potion cooldown.
Yes.
And I'm not entirely sure if it's still any good. Like, to me, that sounds like it takes away one of the things that made Rampart good. Not the only thing that made it good, but, like, it's been changed to where it's basically an iframe item. Like, it gives you a lot of iframes. But, like, I'm not really sure how useful that is. Like, I'm not sold on that being nearly as good as Rampart
The
was.
problem with Rampart was that it was so good to the point where there wasn't much reason to use anything else.
That is true, I suppose.
And this way, it's not. We're trying to like move away from these accessories that have just 10 bajillion stats. Like you'll notice the shields, like Asgardian Aegis, no longer has like 60 billion random things on it. Like we're trying to move away from that a little bit more. Make things better in their niche. What were you getting out of Asgardian Aegis having like randomly buffs your damage in lava? Like what was that doing for you?
JFL's weeping for AFK Scal.
But yeah, stuff like that. And for Rampart, it had so much. Like the buffed iframes, like actually just make some builds like just work completely. Like it makes tank builds good, and also having the Charm of Myth effect was like, wow, that's a lot. Originally, they were gonna nerf the thing and just make the iframes like not good at all, and I was like, guys, let's not do that.
40 iframes at 25% or less HP is absolutely crazy. Like that's a long time to be just completely immortal. And then let's see, being struck for over 200 damage grants 30 additional iframes, which is again pretty crazy. Knockback immunity is a given. I'm glad that's being given to more accessories as well, so then it's not necessarily just Cobalt Shield all the way, and that line only and ever, so...
Yep, that was another thing is we wanted to reduce...
Yeah.
We wanted to put knockback immunity on more things because you were throwing if you didn't have a shield on every boss that's not named Supreme Calamitous.
The one other thing that did stay, though, was absorbs 25% of damage done to players in your team above 25% life. Like, that's pretty niche in itself, but it does enable a little bit of multiplayer play, so, I mean, why remove it? Yeah, it's mostly just a iframe accessory at this point.
I'm still just not sold on it being good. I would happily be proven wrong, but to me, it just doesn't sound that good. But again, I may be wrong.
It is very good. Trust. You will see the light.
It also gives you 18 defense, so it's like not too awful.
I bashed Yahrim's gift for giving you 30, but
I mean, I'm just saying, in addition to the iframes, like, it just...
Yeah, I think the iframes are just huge in general. Like, I mean, 40 frames, I mean, obviously that's at 25%, but that's so long. And so...
Old Shield of Cthulhu.
Is that how much it used to give?
It used to give you a lot, but yeah, do continue.
Oh. Yeah, but like, I don't know, like 40 frames in terms of Terraria is like forever. And so it'll completely prevent you from getting like double hit here and there, which I think is pretty huge. So I don't know, I think it's insane.
Especially for tank builds when you're trying to like draw aggro for a boss, like for an ally. Like,
yeah.
What this sounds like to me is if you take 200 damage, you can basically just get away with not caring about like a second Yarn slow dash. Like, that's what I'm basically getting out of this and hearing, just based on looking at the numbers. So like, Yarn hits you with a slow dash once, you trigger the 200 damage, and you're at low enough health to a point where you get an additional, let's say, 60-ish iframes. Right, so the second dash comes out, and you probably just like barely have enough immortality to not care about it.
Yeah, I mean, like that, or like doing like Yaron bullet hell like projectile spam thing. Like, in that case, if you were to, you know, accidentally hit like a second one after getting hit a first time, you would just completely ignore it, which I think is insane. So I don't know. That is a ton of iframes.
maybe I'm just jaded because no hitter, but yeah.
That's valid. I mean, iframes don't matter if you get hit, or if you don't get hit.
I'm probably overestimating it a little bit too, just because I don't really know how good it is in practice, because it's like, sure, you can look at the numbers, but at the end of the day, you really do need to practice it, especially when it comes to iframes, since it's like, it's harder to judge those types of timings, especially since you're not counting them while actually fighting a boss, so it's more of a feeling that you just kind of have to get through.
I just realized we were talking about Rampart in terms of how it would help you with Yaron's dashes, but like, you get Rampart after Yaron.
Oh, wait. That's a good point, actually.
Okay, then it's even better for Escal's bullet hells, because that those easily do 200 damage, and so then you can just kind of get like a breather moment if you really want. It is kind of funny though how quickly it got reworked after its tier shift, because I'm pretty sure we talked about Rampart's tier shift in the last episode. Like, this was a recent thing, and then it immediately gets changed.
I mean, to be fair, it was really strong, and I don't think there's anyone who's denying that. Like, it was one of the accessories that you would always say to tell people to bring.
I was just charging up a Draydon weapon and it reminded me, I'm not sure if this is in the change logs or not because it was like 2 days before the update, but charge weapons, the way their charge in relation to damage works has been changed to where they only start falling off their damage around 40% of their charge now.
That's good.
Oh, I like that.
I think that's a really good change because honestly, I feel like they became unusable so fast.
Yes. So it was originally 80%, Fabsol changed it, and then Oz changed it again. So it went from like falling off at 80% to falling off at 50% to now falling off at 40% and falling off exponentially. At like, once you hit like 20%, it starts dropping like a rock.
You get like an iPhone notification for your Drayden weapons. Your battery's at 20%.
Yeah, it's actually, that was the comparison that was used actually, was a real life phone, how you can use 85% of its battery and it'll be completely fine, but once it hits 15%, it's like, oh god.
Especially the older it is. Just like put an actual real world timer on how long the item exists, and then it just deteriorates that threshold the later it exists in the game.
Oh my god.
Do we want to talk about the fact that Seraph Tracers no longer give iframes?
This was another bloat effect that was removed, like I was mentioning.
But to be honest, I feel like that's kind of the death blow to Seraph Tracers being useful. That's like the one thing they had that made them better over Drew's Wings. But now I would like officially say that like Tracers are like never worth using at all. Like the Celestials are mediocre and just outclassed by Lunar and Elysian, and then Elysian Tracers, we talked about this previously, are just terrible. And then Like, you used to have your Seraph Tracers for if you wanted those extra iframes for Exos and Scal, but now you don't. And now they just give less flight time while giving you the run speed, which isn't that useful.
They lost a niche that made them more viable, yeah.
Jumping the gun a little bit, we do have plans for them. Boots in general.
I know Legion Tracers were being re-tiered, which was, like, funny. Which, like, it was funny what we talked about them being re-tiered, and, like, they were immediately nerfed the next update while not being re-tiered, making them even worse.
Right now, boots are, like, just not very good.
Utterly dominated and outclassed.
Yeah.
Well, in post Moonlord anyway, they are.
Angel Treads pre-Moonlord are, like, still definitely good, but, like, I'm talking about, you know, specifically Tracers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there are plans.
So Rampart lost the Charm of Myths effect, but instead Chalice of the Blood God gained it, which I think that's a pretty interesting, like, shift.
Oh yeah, that was where it was moved to. Chalice of the Blood God is, I feel, like, super underrated. That accessory might actually be, like, super stacked if people, like, figure out how to use it.
Yeah, no, it's very, very good.
In the right circumstances is the thing, but, like, it's very...
It's inspired by damage tanking in other games. So you gotta set it up, but when you set it up, oh boy.
Chalice of the Blood God with Purity.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Or no, it's no longer named Purity, isn't it? That was renamed.
Radiance, I believe.
It is
thank
now
you.
Radiance. Yes, that was...
Because the mod needed more Hollow Knight references. So Arena's probably long enough, but...
Shay has Pulse Rifle, just chuck it.
I do want to, like, actually try, like, with these bosses and not just, like, completely annihilate them with everything.
Aw, what a shame. Alright, but yeah, I agree.
I do think this definitely does make Chalice a bit more viable for outside of that specific niche, because, like, it's not even that helpful if you're not, like, building around it. Like, it's not like something like old Rampart where you could just slap it on and it would be amazing. Like, if you don't have anything to build around it, then Chalice is just bad. This makes it more... This makes it less dependent on building specifically for it.
But that does bring me to a different little quick note, in that if Calamity is designing more accessories around, like, niche situations and different, like, kind of class builds, if you know what I mean, besides just, like, you know, ranger, melee, etc., but, like, strategy in, like, how you heal, how you tank, how you move, etc. It should just be, like, considered that there are enough options to foster every single one of those strategies. It means it's basically going to turn into more of, like, a roguelike in terms of building your accessory and your character when it comes to, like, actual defense and damage.
I have noticed that, like, over the last few updates, it does feel like there are more options than just the same things over and over and over again than there were, like, a good number of updates ago. Okay, I think this is far enough.
I like when the... Gosh, we still haven't gotten the water to change smoothly yet.
The Sunken Sea, when you go next to it, or, like, with the lava in here, it's just, like, immediate, turns on the light switch, just like, Rider!
Sunken Sea has a fader, at least. This has... It just pops.
Rider!
But there's not much we can do because this is a janky IL edit, because, surprisingly, they don't have support for... Well, actually, I think they do have modded liquid support now, so we probably could figure that out.
Are y'all ready?
I am ready to kick stupid
Harvest Staff!
idiot.
Alright, let's dance. I will stand by that wall is, like, one of the most arena-dependent fights in the game.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
like, I mean, the problem with him is that, like, if you let the eyes desync, he becomes absolute hell. But if you can keep them like, permanently synced, then he's not so bad. But, like, he is brutal if the eyes get desynced. At least in single player when there's only one target. But...
I was the sacrificial lamb.
Oh no, I might be next.
He's gonna LOS and rage.
I remember when Fractured Arc could kill this boss in 20 seconds. Good. Alright, I'm back. Oh, new change, actually. Spawn with full HP.
Oh
That's
yes,
true,
that's
yeah.
a good one.
That's the second time I've accidentally dashed forward and nearly killed myself, but it's fine.
Uh-oh.
Let's go,
Oh,
Harvest
no.
Staff! Oh,
Harvest stuff, go!
I hit a bump.
wait, did he die?
No, he
Wait.
despawns.
What?
Oh. Huh?
I don't know why. I never died during that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I still had him mostly on screen. How did they...
I thought, yeah, you and, or GP and JFL were both alive. That was really weird.
Interesting. Speaking of Wall of Flesh arenas, the crags being flat was sort of intentionally to help with that.
I mean, is it really long enough, though, for...
Not for Wall of Flesh, but it's easier to build the arena out of the crags now.
Yeah, I remember it previously being pretty, like, rocky and kind of,
Yeah, the new crags
all over the
generation
place.
is fun.
Remember the old crags where it was just triangles?
It was just Shoeboxes, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the old Calamity biome that would have the eye.
On the note of kind of like different weapon reworks as well, there is one thing that flew entirely under the radar, and that's the fact that most like true melee weapons actually got their sprites like decreased, because they used to have like a multiplier on their size in order for them to be like viable as true melee weapons, etc. Those were mostly removed, and I find it funny that some of the swords, in compensation for this, were like resprited, just with a much larger sprite. And I think a fantastic example of this is Holy Collider, which GP, you can chuck it on screen now.
Yeah, I'll put it on screen. It's kind of funny, like, one of these things is not like the others.
Yeah, it's just ginormous, man.
Yeah, and so it's kind of funny too that some of those just didn't. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, that's really big.
Yeah.
The holdout is also hilariously janky in multiplayer. As you see, it is teleporting forward.
Yeah.
Everything is
Yeah.
hilariously janky in multiplayer. I mean, that's just the nature of monetary multiplayer.
But yeah, regarding the balance side of that too, I definitely think that like as future goes on, that will probably be like fixed to make more sense with other weapons too. But like for the time being, I think just removing most of the size changes for different weapons and sprites is like a good call. Instead, just designing the sprites to be big around around it instead.
Well, because scaled sprites look janky. I think the biggest example of this was Murasama was about 2.5 times larger than it was designed to be.
I guess we could also talk about true melee, like the plans for true melee, because like, aren't the devs like planning on getting rid of it like in general just as a subclass?
It's not as much. Yeah, it's not really a subclass much anymore.
Yeah, but like, I mean like officially removing like all distinctions between melee and true melee. Where like, yeah, some weapons will be melee and not fire projectiles, but like, I mean in the sense of some accessories will no longer give true melee damage at all. And I fucked up. Damn it. Go. Okay, I should have just teleported. I don't know why I didn't. Should have just wormhole potioned. That was stupid.
Yeah, something like that.
I just find that interesting, just completely getting rid of that subclass, because it's just becoming like too annoying to maintain, like the Scal drunk effect or whatever.
It's annoying because, yeah, it's hard to design around.
Yeah, it just feels like Terraria in general wasn't really designed around true melee, which made it a very interesting challenge, to be sure, but like, yeah, it doesn't change the fact that it wasn't really meant for it. Goddamn knockback, screw me over.
Ah!
Don't worry, guys. I'll be the champion who stays alive. Oh! Well, I got rid of 15% of his health. Good old adrenaline.
Out of bridge!
Oh no! No, we win this. We win
I have
this.
10 seconds.
Oh,
No.
we don't win this.
We do not
I got
win
caught
this.
on a little ledge.
A mild case of no longer alive. Oh well.
Yeah, mild case.
Let's just do it again, except better, because I died twice, and that probably doesn't help our odds of survival.
Just do it again, but better.
Dodges have now been changed to not be as bad.
Yes.
Like, dodges now work where, like, they give, like, the duration of their cooldown is based on how much, like, what portion of the damage you were hit for.
Yep.
So I believe if the hit that was dodged would have done half or more of your health, it would be full cooldown, but if it was less than that, it would, like, scale appropriately.
Yeah, we did that so that so you don't have weak attacks proccing your dodge that you want to save for big attacks. That was always so annoying when it happened, when, like, you know, a tiny little, like, a Hell Blast and Scal hit your dodge instead of, like, a ram, right?
Yeah, I really like that. That's really smart.
And then I believe hits below, like, it's the same thing as Adrenaline, I'm pretty sure. Hits that are, like, super, like, low damage just do not proc the dash now. Or the dodge at all.
I think the threshold's 5, if I recall correctly.
Yes, I think it's 5%, which is, like, fair.
It's like 15 seconds at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes dodges, like, really, really good.
It helps some of the accessories that I would consider pretty bad, like Amalgam, for example. I'd say is probably one of the worst post-dog accessories at the moment. But like now that its dodge is like more usable, it's like,
Amalgam is funny because it started off as terrible garbage trash tier, and it is slowly crawling its way up the tier list ladder. It's like, you know, getting the 15% damage buff, dropping the double potion effect thing that was basically worthless, just carry more potions on you.
yeah, and also everyone just uses Alchem PC anyway, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a moot point.
You know, it's slowly climbing up the corporate ladder. Don't worry, when I give it the DR effect, it'll be broken.
Okay, good. Then it will finally actually be good, because I do like that Calamity has been working on improving those bad accessories and making them actually, like, worthwhile.
Yes, we're trying to cut down on bloat. Like, a lot of this update, like, a ton of weapons were, obviously, we did a shit ton of weapon removals in a previous update. But now we're taking the weapons that were there, making them, bringing them in line, and moving on, and trying to cut out the fluff and make sure all the weapons are like fun to use. The accessories are at least somewhat viable. Like, some are always going to be better than others. It's just the nature of game balance, but...
As long as all accessories have at least some use cases, then it's fine. It's usable. Chalice of the Blood God and dodges, like, they don't mix very well because since Chalice of the Blood God, like, basically removes damage and makes it a DOT, like, dodges never proc anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, that's the wrong weapon.
Well, now if we lose, we're actually throwing.
Yes.
Well, I killed all the eyes. My bad. All the little hungries.
Go get him, boys.
I don't know if the harvest staff can keep up with the wall of flesh, but he's going.
He's going in.
Get him, boy. Oh,
no.
God.
And he spawned.
You-
Thanks,
what?
game.
What?
Huh.
Love you, game.
Multiplayer
It's like-
moment.
I like how you can also tell the difference between Calamity's lava slime and then the regular lava slimes, like visually.
Wait, the regular ones aren't supposed to be spawning, I don't think.
Well, they are.
Yeah, we made the replacement lava slime enemy. Because the original idea was just to IL remove lava slimes. That did not... That had some fun side effects, like bosses became immortal and did not die and did not drop items, and no enemies in the world dropped items.
Yeah, I have this meme in my server, where it's literally just, I am inevitable, and then it's, I am lava slime, but it's with Fabsol as Thanos.
Yeah, so attempt number 2, a little bit better. We make a Calamity version of it, and the other one is just disabled.
Well, yeah, but apparently it's not working because, again, like the regular lava slimes are still spawning.
It might need to be for all of us. I can change in my mod configs.
Yes, it is a config because other mods may depend on it. So
Is it just called, like, in the configs, is it just like lava slime, or what is it? What would it be called?
Remove lava drops from lava slimes is what it's called.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. I'll look at it again. I just found it. It's gonna be expert and master mode changes. It's the third one from the
Right.
top.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
I mean, you can also just search for it. That's what I did.
Lava slimes will be replaced with a new slime that doesn't drop lava. We
I-
have that option so that, if you enjoy the lava dropping for some weird reason, then sure. But
No,
also,
but nobody should. I'll tell you that.
But it's mostly for mod compatibility in case, like, the regular lava slime is called by another mod that it has, like, a specific drop or something. I don't know, Thorium might make them drop something. I have no idea. And guess what? It doesn't break the game.
That's a big upside.
No way.
That was so funny. It's like, hey, guys, avoid killing lava slimes because they soft lock you and you can't kill it. The bosses don't work.
All right, let's go.
I'm not here. Okay, there we go.
I would never, ever do any sort of cheatsy doodling anyway. It's just fun to watch. It's fun to look at. It's such a cool weapon.
Yeah, the pulse rifle is definitely my favorite rework.
Me when the eyes are not synced.
Yep.
Me when I
Wall
jump.
wall becomes hell if they're not synced, which is why I say wall is the most arena dependent fight in the game, because if you let them desync, he becomes so fucking hard.
Another thing with the crags being nice and tall and having a ton of air is that the eyes don't go through walls in that biome, so they don't desync.
I feel like I'm doing absolutely nothing.
No.
Damage, but whatever.
Me too, honestly. I might need to swap. Oh,
And it
Keep it
despawned
on.
again. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, at least we didn't fail. And yeah, now that we all changed it in the configs, the slimes aren't dropping lava anymore.
I'm not seeing the other lava slimes at all.
Yeah, PSA, everyone needs to enable that in order for them to not drop the lava.
Yaron no longer has a vertical enrage, which is he had that for so long, and now it's yet another reason that my Yaron arena guy is outdated. It's funny, so that video I mentioned that you still needed to spawn Yaron in the jungle, which PSA, Yaron is not a jungle boss and has not been in months, and literally a week after I put out that video, they put out that change saying, oh yeah, Yaron doesn't need to be spawned in the jungle anymore.
Yep.
Amazing.
Because he is no longer Jungle Dragon Yaron.
Yep, he's biome neutral Dragon Yaron. So that made that video outdated, and now the video is even.
I'm just killing him. He keeps desspawning. Fuck him.
Fair enough, man.
Whatever.
Kingsbane.
Okay, that's a little. At least my
Look
weapon
how
is hard mode, man. Come on.
Look how skillful that was.
Yeah, that was so skillful. Holy.
But that's nice that the Hermit's box of 100 medicines is no longer anything that you need for max HP on respawn. I do like that.
Yes, it was changed to just be default
Yeah.
because it was just stupid.
It's just a nice little thing that should be the case, but like it just kind of wasn't, and that's fine. I got 2 rogue emblems, I got 2 firecrackers, I got 2 laser rifles, and 2 blast barrels. It duplicated all of my items.
That
That's
definitely
really weird.
definitely sounds like a multiplayer moment.
This entire episode has been multiplayer moment.
It really
But
has.
hey, at least there's been some good conversation in between.
Look at this. We got resprited. I forgot about this.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that looks nice. Yeah.
The gem crawlers are now more interesting than they used to be. Instead of just all being basically the same thing, they're now going to like actually be different animals and stuff.
I don't think that's currently implemented in this patch, but that is something that is happening, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's neat just having them not be basically all identically the exact same. Like, Shay, are they planning to be like spread out across different biomes and stuff, or is it still just going to be underground for all of them?
I believe underground for all of them.
Another thing is that all the bullets got reworked as well as the arrows for the most part, right?
All of the ammo, pretty much all of the ammo got reworked.
Most of them are pretty just like simple things though for the most part. Like these aren't super crazy or anything.
The new, I believe at this tier, the hailstorm bullets are available.
Yes.
Those are fun.
Yeah, that's what I have right here. They're like a very close range bullet.
Yeah. Yeah, they fall off after a
those are
little
good.
while. But they
Yeah, those are
they
neat.
can do additional damage, and they can also occasionally apply the funny freeze.
Yeah, a little snap freeze on crit, I believe it is.
Yep.
I'm just gonna cheating crystal bullets
armor.
because I feel like it.
So guys, you hear the raw dog got resprited?
No.
Like Rot Dog got respreaded? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like the best item that Calamity has ever implemented. Like, it's resprite is like the most important thing ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, as Calcast got resprite too. but
yeah.
in-
Yeah,
not
I
quite- not
guess.
quite as important
Yeah,
on
I mean,
that
I
one.
guess.
yeah.
Wow, you guys are selling this very well.
Yeah, we're-
Clearly not a bit at all. Let's
Yeah,
expose that
clearly.
now. You guys did such a horrendous job at that. All right.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm proud of us. We did good.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Speaking of the
Oh.
devil, there's the rat dog over here. Get back here.
Wait, let me see.
You're so fast. It's hard to see him. Anyway, yeah, Scal got a resprite.
Yep.
Yeah, as well as a pretty decently sized fight overhaul too.
Yeah.
Like I think that like in general she feels a lot more polished than she did previously. A lot of her stuff just felt very outdated. Like the Brimstone monsters, for example, like looking like that in 2024.
Y'all liking the new,
Crimson Vortex.
it actually has a name. It is the Whispering Maelstrom.
Oh, I like that.
I just call it Mega Moon. Yeah, I want it to catch on. I really do.
I stole the moon. But yes, it is called the Whispering Maelstrom. It's the new replacement for the Brimstone monsters, which everybody just called the moons. It's way better.
I think it makes sense because like honestly, the 4 of them just basically acted as a single big chaser. With,
Yes.
Like,
And the bouncing was jank, and nobody liked it, and it's just like, okay, you know what, just make it one big thing. Like, it serves the exact
Yeah.
same purpose, looks 10 times cooler, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
We also, Zyke handled a lot of that fight. Like all of the visual improvements, the Hellblast, all the particle effects, the sound effects, the Maelstrom.
Yeah, the sound effects are amazing.
Yeah, we have sound effects to let you know when the end of a bullet hell is. You got like this little like ringing. The brothers now have actual attacks.
And just to give 2 cents on that too, I will say that I absolutely love the new brothers, but the one thing that I don't, that I think needs to still be like touched up on is just the telegraph of what's his name, Cataclysm's like special attack, because that thing's a little hard to read, like the slashes that he actually does, like not the projectile, but the actual slashes.
Catastrophe is the one that has the
I
slashes.
said Cataclysm.
Yeah, Catastrophe is the one with the sword, I'm pretty sure.
I just remember Catastrophe for the one that does the slashes.
Really? Okay, sorry. I always thought it was Cataclysm that was the one with the sword.
But yeah,
Well, just remember that mnemonic. It's Catastrophe.
it doesn't need, the telegraph is the attack because he dashes at the line and then the attack happens afterwards. It's like the, you know, And the typical anime thing where they do the slash and then the slash happens.
Right, I know that, but at the same time, I still personally found it hard to read. Maybe I just need to get used to it.
I had no issues with it when I did my Scal testing.
That again, just my 2 cents.
The original. You're lucky you didn't get the original Cataclysm super attack, which, the ball used to move towards you as it, like, just unleashed all the punches, and it was like, woo, this is hard to dodge.
Yeah, that sounds difficult.
Yeah, and the Resprite is awesome. Like the style. That's cool. Glad people are enjoying the rework of the fight. Don't worry, she'll get rewritten dialogue eventually, too.
Oh, that'll be nice.
May I ask, though, what exactly was the motivation for respreading Scal herself, though?
I heard it was just someone did it one day and then,
It just happened,
Bountiful was
yeah.
just like, yeah, it's sick. Include this.
Yeah, it just happened. They posted the sprite, and we were like, yeah, sure, this is sick. Implement it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an easier design template to like make the other NPCs kind of look like in that style, rounder. She was in need of a little touch up too, and obviously all the VFX. The one thing that wasn't in this update was the arena itself, which we still want to do a shader effect for at some point, but that wasn't in this update.
You mean like outside the arena?
The box. We want to replace the box with like
okay,
like
the
an
actual box
effect.
itself.
So it's not just blocks, you know. Speaking of that, we did remove the brimstones. No longer explode on contact, so they're always consistent now. They're not dependent on arena setup.
I do think that was like a very interesting way to do that change, just because like, you know, massive Scal arenas with massive thick walls have been like a cornerstone of the fight for so long.
But it was so antithetical because, you know, the game makes the arena for you. It should just work in that arena.
Yeah, like I was kind of like wondering if they would maybe make Scal just spawn with the thick walls automatically, like have her automatically spawn in 50 block thick walls.
I can see some people having issues with that.
I still think this is definitely an interesting like direction to take it though.
And you get a lot more visual clarity on the fight now with much better visual telegraphs of the different projectiles. They're a lot easier to see now because of the trail effects.
Yep.
And the shader is gone. The Red Death shader, it's finally gone. The red tint that just blocked all the colors. You know, you can actually see that Catastrophe sword slashes, they've been blue this whole time. You wouldn't have thought that. Yeah, all the color was just getting sucked out by that shader, so it's gone now. And the background has been made more clear. Pretty good changes. I really enjoyed recording footage of it.
I heard she still has some like janky stuff though. Like even though she technically doesn't have contact damage when she teleports anymore, she can still telefrag you because like she'll like sometimes like spawn like right on top of you and then do a hell blast and then still hit you.
Yeah, I saw that in no hit as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was changed or not. That was an in-development thing, because Ike was trying to do a no-hit of it before it released, and that happened to him. Where she teleported to do the brothers thing, but she was already firing a Hell Blast, so she teleported and the Hell Blast went straight down.
Which also kind of leads us to the whole contact hitbox thing, which is another whole story. Like, most of the enemies in the game got their contact hitboxes either changed to when they're actually, like, anticipated to attack, or, like, swiping, or, you know, like, dashing, or whatever, right?
Didn't we talk about this already? I think I remember, like, Shay saying that, like summarizing it as enemies do contact damage when it makes sense for them to.
Yeah, we talked about this last time, actually, but now it's in the update proper.
Yeah, this is new to me.
Yeah. This was on the last episode when we were talking about it, and I said it was our future plan, and hey, well, yeah, it's in the update now. Certain bosses just don't have contact damage anymore unless they are actually attacking, which feels a lot more fair, to be honest with you, and can cut down on random bullshit, like getting telefragged by Brain of Cthulhu 80,000 times in Malice mode. Fun fact. That would never happen to anybody here, I'm sure, though.
No.
Definitely not.
And speaking of Scal, while we were talking about Scal, you mentioned somewhere, I think the Seeker ring size was decreased.
Yep, the Seeker rings are smaller. Like you can no longer like instantly nuke them as easily with Celestius.
Yes,
like they are like there's fewer Seekers, but they're tankier now.
Fewer of them. I believe they were moved slightly closer, and they were made tankier. That way, it's more balanced between non-pierce and pierce weapons instead of just, you know, use Celestis, idiot moron kind of thing, which is what it was before. Fun fact, while we were tweaking that, fun little bug in development is that the sprites somehow did not scale on the zoom slider. So their hitboxes and everything were correct, but the sprites would scale depending on what your zoom scale was. So in my case, I tried testing out the fight. I'm like, hey, this doesn't look right. Because I play in 1440p, which automatically has a 133% zoom scale nowadays. So the sprites were not visually where they were supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Auric Ore is now, like, it affects a lot of stuff rather than just the player. I think JFL might have a word that he would like to say regarding this.
I mean, I was making an animation where it's like, it was basically surrounded about the Auric Gulf. It's basically just like a stick figure discovering that the changelog happens, and then they're gonna perform the changelog, and just like, yeah. But I haven't finished it yet, and it's taken a little longer, especially since I've been working on other projects.
But yeah, Auric rejection, it affects golf and friendly NPCs. So if you've ever wanted to toss the angler in the death pit, you now can. You can bounce that bitch around with the fury of gods.
Yeah, additionally, there's also a new block that allows you to abuse Auric rejection without actually taking the damage from it.
What's it called?
Auric Repulse or something, I think.
Auric Repulsor panel, alright.
Yep, we made this because rejection was so much fun, and we were like,
Meow.
I think Hart just had the idea to sprite this randomly, which is where the sprite comes from.
I really wish I had this during Jumpless. Good god, that is heights right there.
Oh, yep.
You can launch yourself to space.
One thing though, I think we are all noticing right now, the noise occurs like no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, there's always gonna be.
Yeah, there's always gonna be a little
And
something.
boing. The final thing on the list of stuff that we haven't actually talked about is the fact that there are now new themes as well.
Yes, there is the tier 4
Boss Rush Tier 4
Rush theme.
and the Drayden Contact one too.
Yep.
And the lab.
Yeah, and the lab theme as well.
I really like the Boss Rush Tier 4 theme. I listened to it during like the 3-hour like Cave of Trials in Bug Fables, and it fits very well. I will say that.
Yeah, it is very good music.
It's my favorite of CD's work so far.
Yeah, CD is doing God's work with those themes, and I trust him 100% to deliver on Drayden and Tier 5.
Yes, and he is working on those at the moment. So I
Yep.
have listened to Draydon's progress. Obviously, I will not share, but it is bang.
No, share right now. Sing it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a bit of it too, since I believe he streamed it about a year ago, or 2 years ago at some point. But anyways, it'll be out eventually.
The Draydon lab theme was Hart did that one. Very good.
Yep.
Very, very good, yeah.
Yep, it's super chill, super calm. I
who's-
really liked it. The Draydon Contact theme plays when you summon him. There's actually, fun fact, actually 2 versions of it. The one that plays when you contact him, and which is the one in the YouTube video, has some added tension sound effects in the background, whereas there is a slightly calmer version that was the beta version, and that is used for when you talk to Draydon on the with Draytalk, which is a new feature in this update that we haven't talked about yet.
Yep, yeah, the Drayden dating simulator. I don't know if I couldn't get it to work or like how exactly it's meant to work.
I believe it only opens up once you defeat the XMX.
Wait, I'm sorry, the what now?
The Draydon dating simulator.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. This is new.
Yeah, this one I haven't heard much about, so do elaborate.
So, once you defeat, I believe it's once you defeat XMX, you can contact Draydon and it'll be like, hey, idiot, make something out of, make something with Exotech. So if you craft anything with Exoprisms, then you can unlock a thing where you can talk to him and ask him about a bunch of different things. We went crazy with it. I actually wrote quite a bit of it, so I am pretty happy with how it turned out. All the little writers contributed to make a pretty banger thing, and it's fun if you like world building.
Ooh, mine.
Go nice.
Oh, I got Life Drain, if anyone wants
Damn it. Yeah.
That's so loud.
It's so...
Oh, get in, double it.
No.
It will let me know.
So then I started building up speed for 12 hours. Scal Plushie.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We've stalled long enough. I think it's finally time we discuss this because we have a funny story associated with that.
GP, you go ahead.
Well, before we get into that, I actually want to ask Shay, like, what the what was going on behind the scenes that like finally led up to it actually being a real thing. I just got glorious end from nowhere. Like, who was like say pushing for it? Was it like Fab who really wanted it, or someone else, or did the whole team kind of want it collectively, or what?
I believe we were approached for the deal, and Fab got it all together, commissioned the one of our artists to draw it, and obviously was paid quite a bit to draw the asset for the plushie, and then we sent it over to the people, and oh, the holo is on top of the, oh my god, that looks terrible.
Wait.
Nice background.
Oh.
The rainbow just cuts off in the middle of nowhere. That's so good.
Oh, god, I hate backgrounds. But everything went well, smoothly. We got the sample in, and it was ready to start. And we were going to announce it on April 5th, which was originally when this update was going to come out. Have you ever heard of scope creep?
Oh, just a little bit.
So in the future, we're going to try to work on scope creep a little bit, because it did get a little bit out of control for this update until eventually it was just like, okay, we just got to release this fucking thing. I feel like I helped accelerate that when I made the trailer. They wanted the official YouTube channel to post about the plushie, so I was like, okay, I'll just make an update trailer. Originally, the update was going to drop with the trailer, but Dre Talk wasn't done yet, as well as a couple of other things. A couple of other reworks and stuff got added during that time, but finishing up Dre Talk, as well as one other thing that did not make it in. Notably, the Arsenal armor tier 1 was going to be in this update. It was even teased in the trailer. Didn't make it in. Wasn't finished.
That's actually something I wanted to ask about, is like the Arsenal armor, like when exactly are the plans for it? Because like I swear, like Triangle has been making like so many armor sprites, but like I just don't see any of them in game. So like what exactly is like the plan for them?
The Arsenal armor tier 1 was going to be in this update, but it needed more time to cook. It needed things that we just didn't have time for. We needed to release the update. And
I assume it would just be unlocked with like the rest of the Drayden tier 1 stuff.
Yes, but it needed UI stuff. That will be in the next non-bug fix exclusive patch should have the Arsenal armor in it. That is the plan. The next minor content update will include it. It'll be probably the frontline thing in that update, if I had to guess.
Makes sense.
Just tier 1 though, because all of it together would be like enough for its own update. When you get your hands on tier 1, you'll see, because it's a lot.
It's the whole idea that like with more like options comes just the capability to kind of like min-max into one direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It definitely it embodies that trait, but
yeah,
in all the ways, it's gonna be like insane. It will be the most in-depth and cool set of armor in pretty much all of modded Terraria.
Even more than Gemtech.
Oh, way more. If you've ever played modded Minecraft, if you are familiar with the what is the power suit mod or whatever, the modular power armor mod, it is going to be like that. So it's quite in depth.
And that's just for the tier 1?
Yep, just tier 1, and then the other tiers will come later, is the current plan. But that may change.
Are they planned to be just as complex, or no?
Yeah, they'll be. It'll be following the blueprints we lay out.
We kind of got derailed from the Scal plushies, so let's return back to that. So I guess in that case we can like go in chronological order of what happened. So like the plushie gets announced like to the point where you can actually go out and buy it. So like I buy mine like pretty shortly after it's announced, like maybe like 2 or 3 days afterwards, and then I just kind of forget about it because I kind of figured it's not going to be in production for a while. Then one day, me and JFL are playing Gungeon, and I get this friend request from someone who I'm going to be referring to as Lucario to avoid embarrassing them. And
yeah. Sorry.
And like yeah. Any of you who have like looked at my Discord profile know that I don't accept friend requests from people I don't know, so I just rejected it and moved on with my day. So then 2 hours later, so I get a DM from JFL showing me like this message that he received from someone else, basically like talking about regarding getting a plushie for free, like an Scal plushie for free.
Yep.
And so I think to myself, that is so utterly scammy. Who would ever do that? It's very common to just have these random Discord scams, especially when they're unsolicited and out of nowhere, from a random account that you don't know and isn't a developer. So here I am with like JFL showing me this message from Lucario saying like, hey, I'll give you a plushie for free, and I'm just thinking this is totally a scam, and so that's why I told him, I said that looks like a scam.
Yeah, I had to get in contact with y'all because they sent in the management chat we have, they sent the message they sent to you because they were like, hey, can you give us a list of content creators to reach out to? And I was like, okay, I'll give them a list, and I included both GP and JFL on that list. They showed me the message they sent, and I'm like, dude, this looks like a fucking scam. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, like the funny thing is, before you talked to me about it, like Angel reached out to me, who has given me permission to mention her by name, and she asked like, hey, did you get a message from someone named Lucario? And at the time, I didn't realize that that was like the same Lucario that she was referring to.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so I just said no because like again, I automatically reject any friend requests from people I don't know.
Yeah, so the time kind of passed with that too, and it eventually became a situation where I was trying to talk to Lucario about this whole deal because we got it figured out, right? Figured out it wasn't a scam. She reached out and was like, "No, this is not how you talk. This is not how you talk to people," right? And
yeah, they were a
so
little new at it, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is, you gotta like, hey, I am such and such from such and such. Like, you gotta, you know.
Yeah, you gotta introduce yourself a little more professionally. But basically, the discussions came down to more like a casual discussion, and I was trying to lead like, okay, so what's the proposal? What's the situation here? And I went ahead. I was just kind of like playing patient. I was like, no, it's fine. We're still having a discussion, and you know, this is cool that this is happening, stuff like that. That happened for like 40 minutes, by the way. And after that, you know, I finally sent a message just saying like what's the actual like proposition here? Like, is there like a discount involved? Am I getting like a free one or something like that? Like, what's the thing? Because I heard from Angel about what the plans were, right? And she just kind of became the messenger through this whole thing as well, which is really funny. Since she initially had like no bearings on this whole thing, but just eventually became the messenger. It's like the two-way communication there, and it's just it was a disaster.
Yeah, it was very silly, and I had to like clarify, like I had to know this isn't a scam. These are the people we're working with.
Yeah, but I did get like a creator code for the plushie, which is just my name, so Mr. JFL and then the number 15. If you still want to buy the plushie and still haven't, then you can do that. And I feel no shame in promoting that on GP's channel.
Apparently, I was supposed to get one too, but I never. But like the thing is, when I was talking with Angel about this, like I mentioned that I already ordered one, so like I didn't really need one for free. And then from there, like the person never just like.
They just never contacted you again.
To be fair, I told them that I wouldn't be interested anyways. I told Angel to tell them that I wouldn't be interested. So like, but apparently I was supposed to have one too. So I'm fine. I'm fine. You promoting your own code. That's whatever.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna buy one as well because I think they had a situation where it was gonna be, it might have been like for free for me if I like promoted it more, which I just don't know how to do with like my current YouTube activity, and like I don't really have, oh, I lost connection, but I don't really have a lot of people like on Discord, for example, either that follow that either, just because I like to kind of stay a little far away from like massive communities. I'm not gonna worry about too much about like any free thing or like promoting it all that much. Like if you just want a free discount code for the thing, like be my guest, it's there for you. Or not a free discount, 15%, but like yeah, it's there if you want it.
Yeah, I guess that's the easiest way to sum it up is if you don't have a plushie ordered already and you would like one, then
save 15%, use the code. I really should have something other than platinum armor. Dude, I'm like so undergeared for this.
Let's see, what else is on the list?
Same.
And they're about to enrage, by the way, so that'll be fun.
Oh my gosh.
No, not about to. They are enraged.
Yeah, I thought they already were.
No, they're not. It's not daytime yet.
They seem pretty mad to me.
Yeah.
Their HP bars will glow red.
Oh, I see.
Uelibloom is going to meet its end, apparently.
Yes.
That's not in this update or anything, but like it's something that is coming. They're also enraged, by the way, and I did.
The end is near for them.
Admittedly, it didn't really make a whole lot of thematic sense for this random, you know, very solar-related boss to cause this jungle mud to fossilize.
Yeah,
it
was a huge gameplay / story disconnect.
What are the plans? Is it just going to be like replaced with some other, or like is it going to be like related to the profane biome? Maybe?
Yeah.
So that means like nothing. So that means like nothing for quite a while. Why is it day? Hello.
Uh-oh.
It just became day.
Now the clear solution is just not to get them into phase 2 before the next night, obviously.
Yeah, nice Kingsbane. Where'd you get that?
I wonder.
He did some farming off camera, guys.
Yep.
Hey guys, welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. We did a little bit of mining off camera. And Sunken Sea stuff.
Yep, Sunken Sea. Yeah, we like really didn't discuss it all that much. Like, what exactly is planned for the actual Sunken Sea update?
For the most part, what I know is that we're gonna see like a layer between the desert and between the Sunken Sea, where it's just like a bunch of dead fish and stuff like that, and then it's gonna lead into the Sunken Sea afterwards.
That is correct.
So there's probably gonna be some like lore stuff regarding that, and I think we're also gonna see some other maybe mini biomes within the Sunken Sea itself. But
that is also correct.
That's a majority of what I know, and then a ton of resprites as well, because you know, yeah.
I'm not sure how much is public information, But I can say the Sunken Sea will be split up into multiple different biomes or mini biomes. The original Sunken Sea, as you know it, it will still exist. But the current generation style and meat and all that area will just be one mini biome as opposed to several.
I also heard there was going to be like a main cave, similarly to like how the jungle generates a main cave, but like for Sunken Sea, it's going to be kind of dedicated to a giant clam.
There will be a place to fight the clam. Yes, there will be a space for it.
And I assume giant clam will be made more interesting than it currently is, since it's kind of a nothing fight, especially in pre-hard mode.
I believe that's the plan, yes. But yeah, it will be fought in a small mini biome, which I believe is just simply called the Clam Den.
It's finally time for Calamity.
Don't worry, this will be in the eventual trailers and stuff. So, but yes, it's multiple mini biomes, a place to fight the clam, and one other thing regarding biomes, but I don't want to say it yet. We'll see when we get there. Many critters, creatures, new thing. We have a rough generation already on a different build of Calamity, and I've run around in it a couple times, and it is very sick and atmospheric and cool. It's very pretty. Needs more tiling and stuff. Tons of new tiles, and why is it still freaking daytime? Oh, did you just Kingsbane Spasmatism?
Yes, I did. I was getting tired of the lag.
All right, fine.
Come on, let's kill Retinizer legit. Come on.
Fine.
Come on.
During the day, it's so visually cursed. Like, it's just...
Yeah, I hope your eyes are enjoying this, viewers.
Enraged Retinazer is substantially easier than Enraged Spasmatism.
Oh, God.
I say as all three of us die.
Timing.
I'll be okay. I will not be
Will you?
okay. Hurry.
Other lies we tell ourselves.
3,
I'm back.
2, 1. Okay, I'm back.
No, I lasted long enough. I lasted just barely long enough.
Oh, we got a graveyard biome. Oh my god. There's 1 HP.
Thank you, Thank you, JFL.
It actually had 1 health left. That's crazy.
Did you say burst damage?
Sunken Sea is all like, yeah, a lot of generation stuff. It's very cool, and I'm excited for it, but it'll be the main focus of the next update. It will be the Sunken Sea update and Small Friends. Sorry, what? I didn't say anything. I think the stealth meter is resprited compared to what it was. I didn't realize that because I put it in a screenshot and everybody was like, what's this new meter? What does it do? It's like, oh, shit, was this not public yet?
Oops.
Slight thing, just like, not too big a deal, honestly. You leaked a little bit of information. It's okay. It happens.
There will be an NSA agent at your house in approximately 3 minutes.
No! In the trailer, I wore the Arsenal armor for the intro. If you're wondering how that was in the game, it was actually just coded in as vanity specifically for that trailer. It was actually just the Astral Heart armor. Oh yeah, Teratomir shoots 4 things again in the helmet. It's great again. We made Teratomir great again. Now it's just a cooler version of what it was before, and it also might blind you if you're... hold on.
Yeah, you need a super dummy in front of you. Hang on.
I personally, I do like seeing. It's only the true melee strike with it.
Well, what could you do without a boss to test it on? Especially one of the broken ones.
Oh.
It should probably be night.
It is night.
He's having a little bit of difficulty. He's a little shy. Hold on, surely he'll figure it out. Oh, maybe he'll figure it out.
He almost did.
But yeah, this is multiplayer at its finest right here.
Yeah, no, it's still day for me.
Wait,
It's been night the whole time for me.
Yeah, it's night right now for me.
It finally updated. Nope, never mind. It's day again.
Multiplayer. Never change multiplayer.
But by the way, is Prime broken?
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that. Let's go GP, generate a master mode world.
I must see if it's broken here.
Oh.
He seems to be a wee bit angry.
Despite it being nighttime.
Okay, I'm making another world.
And by the way, like, just kind of a side note too, but Calamity's going on its 8th year.
Like it's been around for 8 years?
Yeah, it's going on.
It was released in July 1st of 2016, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, going on this 8th year of Calamity.
Okay, I'm in a master world now. Oh yeah, Scal was defeated in this world, by the way. She's just sitting right here.
And speaking of which, actually, are there plans to do more with like the enchanted weapons that Scal has, given that more weapons have been like reworked?
Yes.
That's good, because I feel like ever since the Drayden update, that mechanic has kind of just been like abandoned.
Okay, we're all here. Okay. Let's see what this does.
Oh. Wait. I think I'm GP right now.
I think all of you are me.
No, it's just him.
Nope. No, it's just obsolete.
Okay, well I am. Well, yeah, he is me, and we're running at double speed.
Yeah, I also have a grid on my screen.
You also have all of his items. Your inventory has become his inventory.
What?
Yep.
This looks like my inventory. I don't know.
No, Obsolete's inventory has become...
Yeah, I have
inventory.
like Celestial Claymore, you know, all that stuff. Yep, sounds about right.
Wait, there we go.
Now I'm... Who am I now? Wait, what just happened?
I think you became... Oh, yep, there it is. I have it happening to me too. I was just moving at double speed, double gravity, double everything.
Who has a zombie arm in their hotbar? Is that JFL?
That's me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
JFL
attached
now.
to me.
Okay, and I'm you too as JFL.
Mechanical... Oh, what?
And lost connection.
All right, yep, that's about right. Yeah, every time it calls that function, it'll combine 2 players. And like it's insane. Like you get their inventory, you can like corrupt items. It's nuts. Like
It's a very good glitch.
it's unbelievable that the game it doesn't immediately crash. To be honest with you, I don't.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm also making a GFB world right now, and then we'll test the stuff. And then
I'm still in the old world. It hasn't crashed, and I can't open my inventory in order to force it to quit. So
Might just be an Alt F4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not a bug that you would think would ever happen, I feel like. It's so bizarre, so wild.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a player targeting a player.
Just merge into another player. And the fact that it's caused by a boss is just kind of one of the weirdest things as well. Like, you really wouldn't expect that to be the case.
It's because it uses exomech code, and the exomechs have had this... It's essentially a time bomb that has been sitting there, this line of code.
Waiting for its moment.
And the moment it was used elsewhere, it's just bang! Yep, this is why. None of us actually had time to test this in multiplayer. So we all tested it in single player, and it was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, fixing this probably makes exomechs less jittery. Did you make that GFB world yet?
I'm currently making it and currently experiencing the tail end of the Meower of Gods.
Ah.
Has anyone ever seen that name, by the way? Like, if you're watching this and if you've ever had a cat named Meower of Gods in game, let me know, because I've never seen anyone get that name.
Oh yeah, we added that.
Yep, my donor name.
The Meower. Oh right, it was your donor name.
Yep.
That was the town NPC rename. I mean, I keep every once in a while I get I get people posting about Sans Undertale. I'm glad my contribution to the mod was
Which NPC is that?
the skeleton merchant.
Skeleton merchant? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Nobody had done any renames. I was like looking through the list of NPCs, and I was like, "Wait, can you do them for the skeleton merchant?" And Oz was like, "We don't have that added, but I can add it for you if you want to do it. What's your name?" And I'm like,
Oh god, my character turned into JFL's character. Like, it has the inventory now.
"It's so broken."
I'm so sorry.
Well, I guess it's something that loading a backup can't fix.
Honestly, the best thing you can do for multiplayer is run off a dedicated server and not host and play, because things actually are like way smoother off a dedicated server if you can get one. Which is why I really wish Terraria had, like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Minecraft Realms, like, genuinely. Are actually, like, a really nice feature to just be able to quickly get your hands on a dedicated server.
Yeah.
But for Terraria, it, like, host and play stinks unless the person hosting it is running off of a NASA supercomputer. Which, I mean,
Pretty much,
okay,
yeah.
I am, but, like, most people don't have a God's gift to hardware in their office room, so...
Okay, first things first. Supernova. Will this destroy the world? Question mark. Because I literally do not know what this does.
You need to use a stealth strike, pretty sure.
That's kind of what I figured. All right.
Do you guys hear the sound effect for this?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
That's so stupid.
Just
Alright.
a tad bit of dust spam on this weapon, I'm afraid.
All right, does this destroy the world? Yes or no? Does it just not work in multiplayer, maybe?
Does it need an
It
I think
enemy?
needs
there
an
needs to be
enemy.
an enemy.
Hold
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
come over here.
super-
Follow me.
Why do you not have any super dummies in your inventory, JFO? Okay.
Sorry.
Oh. Oh.
Friendly fire, I see.
Ow.
Oh, wait, no, you guys weren't on the team. That's why. Wait, was it?
Oh.
No, I had Brain Cthulhu equipped. I had one blocked message. Okay, goodbye.
Oh my.
Ow.
A mild case of complete and total body annihilation.
The Hive has a funny one. Listen very closely.
Yep.
Bees.
Please?
Bees,
I heard one say please.
trees.
Please.
Oh, that one is mine, I'm pretty sure. So this is various recordings of the developers saying the word bees.
That one was you, yeah.
I have bees.
Here, hang on, let me... Oh, okay.
Oh, that doesn't count as being defeated, apparently.
Summon him again. Roll it back.
Basically, Murasama is gigantic in GFB, yeah. Just a tad bit of dust spam on this weapon, I'm afraid. Oh, look at the
Yeah,
tooltip. Look at the tooltip also.
Just a slight bit of dust spam on this weapon, I'm afraid. Oh, I thought...
It's even like improper grammar.
Oh yeah, all lowercase. That's great.
Well,
Sure.
thanks for watching this. If you managed to make it to the end, I have no idea how long this is going to be, but I guarantee it's going to probably be at least an hour and a half, which is way longer than any other episode.
Woo, setting records here, baby.
But yeah, still, I hope you enjoyed it. There, hell of a lot to discuss.
Yep.
And in case it wasn't obvious, I was sick as fuck during this, so hopefully, like, it wasn't too obvious.
You can't even notice, dude. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's it then. See y'all later.
All right, goodbye,
See
everybody.
ya.
Later.
Later.